first up, we have a quartet that fits in any era. It's Fuzzysurf.
Yay!
Yay!
Hello.
Hey, I love that you guys are separate but together. This is like what the time is about. So where are you all? Tell me.
We're in my basement.
Yeah. What about you, Mike?
I'm in my basement.
Yeah. That seems appropriate for the time. Yeah. Oh my goodness. So you guys have been rocking it for the past few years. You haven't been a band that long, from my understanding. I think since 2017. Is that correct?
Yeah.
That's
about right. 20
yeah. I mean, as a full, like as a solo project, 2017 I started, and then a year later. Was it a year later?
April 2018.
And then I got these guys on board. So
nice.
So
So
Craigslist.
Yeah.
oh, what? Okay, wait. Hold that thought, because I want to say a bunch of nice things about you before I get deeper into that. So I know you've been a band for those few years. You did solo before then, and then now you have been killing it with being in Radio Milwaukee's top 100 albums of 2019, Milwaukee Records top 25 albums of last year, and nominated for a Wisconsin Area Music Award. And the list goes on. And there's something I've been dying to know then. So now that I know you've started as a solo project, I wanted to know if the sound was consciously thought of, or if it was when you gathered together that this very unique sound was created. Because to me, it sounds like quartet barbershop mixed with surf and punk, or surf and indie. And I've never heard anything like it.
I think, when it first started, I was trying to do something with, hence the name Fuzzysurf, but I was trying to mix Black Sabbath with surf music. So that was kind of the idea.
Nice.
So I did that, and then I kind of went more towards an alternative side for our first album, Hometown Feeling, kind of like a throwback kind of to my younger years with, kind of 90s alt rock type of sound. And then when we formed the band, we kind of wanted to go in a more, I don't know, how would you?
Retro-ish,
retro-ish.
rock.
Yeah, like 60s rock kind of, but updated, with surf elements and stuff like that. So.
Well, Motown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard that, which is like my background. So I absolutely love that. And you kind of answered my next question, because I know that I'm aware that after discovering the human world on a bad trip, you all decided to leave your own worlds and come together to create Fuzzysurf. But what is the story that listeners don't know? I know now that it starts with Craigslist. So tell me a little bit more about that.
Forming a band was like, it was tough for me because I hadn't been a band for a long time. And I was kind of peripherally in the Milwaukee music scene, watching shows, going to shows by myself. So no one really knew I was there, but essentially I was trying to find people to play with. And so I, put up some flyers in some record shops. I used Craigslist for the first time. I found Ben on some kind of like band member finding site, and I literally just paid the subscription for a month just so I can message him once. And I was like, hey, like, you look like you can play music. You want to be in my band? And so then he came over, we played, and he got the job. And then Corey was from Craigslist as well, and Mike was from Craigslist. So.
And that's the first time you use Craigslist. So you are just like the luckiest person in the world.
I'd never even been on it before. I didn't know how to start a band. So.
Oh my goodness. Well, you did it and you succeeded, and it's so exciting. And you guys all have like your own personality, and it comes through so well, especially in the videos, which I need to talk about. But first, I think the most important thing that we need to address is you have a new album called Sweet Tooth, and it came out earlier this month. And from my understanding, it's conceptual and there's a little bit of a satirical element to it. So what inspired the concept of this record?
I think it's like a piggyback off our last album. Our last album, when we were kind of doing a throwback to a 1960s kind of pop group aesthetic. And I think we just wanted to expand on that a little bit, add some more influences in. Corey plays horns, so we wanted to add horns. I know you like horns, so we purposely made this album. But we wanted to add like some more dance element and stuff like that, and to expand like where we're going musically wise.
Yeah, I've been trying to get brass in there for a long time. They finally let me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was really funny because we released our album last year in May, and Sean like immediately sent us like all of these songs being like, oh, I've got another album if you guys want to record them. So we were on the high of like, we just got this really awesome first album as a band. And then we were coming back from, I forget what show we were playing, some like outdoor festival. And he just dropped like 12 songs. And I remember Corey, Ben, and I were just in the car like, holy cow, this is amazing. Like, we have to start writing this immediately. So like we were promoting our last album and writing this new one all at the same time.
That's wild. Is there a drive for that? Is there a reason that it just keeps coming for you?
I think we just want to keep doing more and more stuff as much as we can while we can do it. Got a lot of songs, so it's just kind of we're figuring out together kind of what direction we want to go. And yeah, with the planning with the Sweet Tooth album, like that was completely a band type of thing. We sat down, we kind of discussed like what aesthetic choices we wanted to go with the album, what kind of like sound to an extent and stuff like that, and what type of like subject matter and things like that. So it's turning really into a collaborative kind of group, which is great. And like you said, we've all got different personalities, and so like it's great to be able to showcase all those and all the talents and strengths of everyone, and we kind of complement each other really well. Surprisingly, I mean, even from Craigslist finding, I think like I couldn't be luckier to have these guys. So
I can't be more surprised. I don't know if I want to promote that you should go on Craigslist to find your band, but it's cool that you had a success with that.
I was desperate.
So I can't help but notice, just as I mentioned, your music videos are a huge part of what you guys do. You have 4 music videos to go along with this album release alone. And your video for Killing Time, released earlier this year, has been accepted in numerous film festivals like Rincon International Film Festival and Hobnobbin. And I have to say, I feel like this music video was personally made for my enjoyment because it's like park rangers and slasher films, which is my background, being a props master on slasher films and a park ranger. So I think it's A+++. So what is this music video life for your band? Tell me more about this side of you.
Oh man.
It's a big question.
This is a Sean question for sure, because like I can give you my perspective. The first time he pitched the music video to me, I was like so not sold at all. I was just like, oh my gosh, what are we doing? This is the one with the Muppets for Denny. And I went and filmed it, and like I think I missed like the first one. Like I blew it off because of work, and I guess like I was not thrilled about it, I guess, from my perspective. And then like Sean's just like, no, we have to. He just drives home these like big visions. And then when that video came out, it was just like just a totally different way to share our music. That was the coolest thing. And then like he's just like the vision behind each and every one of these videos.
But isn't it every band's dream to become a puppet? Like, to me, that's like, I mean, Mike, if you ever want to swap out, I'm ready to tag it. That's amazing. It's so cool. Sean, I love the concepts. Tell me more about that. I need to know.
Usually I try to shoot for the stars and then we come down to a normal level. I mean, it's collaborative as well. I mean, I'll come up with a crazy idea and I'll honestly, we'll just kind of throw it back and forth, over text or Skype or Slack or whatever, or in person. But then we kind of figure out what is actually reasonable to do. What can we actually pull off? But we've been really lucky with the talent that we've worked with like Joe Ludwig, Tommy Sims, Eric Dollister he's done a video for us. He's doing another video for us. So it's more of like a creative thing, like the initial idea and then kind of refining it, but really playing off those guys too, the directors and stuff like that. I mean, they are a huge part of it because in this band, anything really goes for us. Like whatever's good, then we use it. And like, there's all crazy ideas are welcome. So
I also think this is my first time talking. So hello.
Yay.
This is Ben.
Yeah.
Hey, Ben.
I also think that a lot of the music videos and just imagery that we have in general comes from a lot of influences from our youth. Like talk about the puppets and stuff like that, Sesame Street, Fraggle Rock, the Muppets, all this stuff, but as well as the horror elements from it. I know that Sean and myself are horror movie fans, like 80s slasher films and stuff like that. But we also had Sean, for our last album, did another music video for our song Don't Worry Baby. And that had a really like Nosferatu like old classic, horror movie film to it, like style to it as well. And I think that we pull a lot of that from things that we liked and experienced in our youth, such as the I Don't Dream Anymore video. We each pulled like things that we enjoyed as kids and brought it into that video as well. So
that's awesome. I can feel that. And maybe we're in the same generation because I can feel those influences and absolutely love them. I'm so grateful to have you guys here, Fuzzysurf. This has been so much fun. Before we get into a day in the life with you, I want to know, how can our Radio Milwaukee listeners support you?
Oh, the social medias, of course, we're in that age, right? We got the Facebooks, we got the Bandcamp, all that stuff.
Instagram, Twitter.
I don't Spotify.
Yeah. Follow us on Spotify.
Nice.
Listen to us on repeat.
That's a good one. Spotify. Yeah. Facebook.
Spotify until you go to bed. Just repeat.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.